This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
February 15th, 1967, the old NFL AFL Championship. Now, the 50th Super Bowl commences. We will have a return. Stepping up for it is Caldwell, and he's out to Jay Anderson. Gets to start at running back. We'll move Daniels over to the right side, and here come the Panthers chasing after Manning, who gets it away in time. Daniels is tough, and they move Anderson out wide to the right. And throws it, and remains the running back on a 2nd and 4. And the throw for the third straight play in this one. Ayton dropping back even deeper, and now releases. He's got a first target at the Carolina 34. Their first rush of the game.
Where the defense is down as the game goes along.
And he's from the local area across the bay in Vallejo. He's got it again. He's got the first down with ease. And it's Hillman. He slips, and he's in trouble. And he's not. Demarius Thomas in a slot on the left side. 2nd down and 13. He has not been targeted on this opening drive. Manning looking to the right. And here's Manning again on 3rd and 13 postseason. A hold by Colquitt, and the kick is good. And it was 35-7 in first half action in the 2 playoff games. Stepping up for it, here's Whitaker off the McManus kickoff. And Fozzie Whitaker play football again. He said, "Mom, I'm going to say a little prayer at the start of every game for you." And Stewart to start a Super Bowl game as he play action fakes and fires, and it's too high for 8. And from the gun, rushing 3. Pass caught, which what the Broncos had lost at home. Signals for a catch. Round win against Pittsburgh. Over to Sanders. Blockers are there. And to the right side. They go to Anderson. Immediate contact by Manning from the gun. Right over to Anderson. And the
here in this game.
Colquitt. The dangerous Ted Ginn. Dropping back to the 16. He's going to try to work that right side, and he's got an early hit on their own 20. And that's Cam's first quarter. So it's a 2nd and 10, and they go straight ahead and twist. And the Panthers have a 3rd and 10. Here comes pressure, and they've gotten to him. The ball is out in the end zone. Been off sacks with a pick in that game. And this leads to the recovery and the touchdown by Jackson. Extra point.
But Denver's the best in the NFL and maybe the fastest.
And instead, Miller went right behind Newton as Joe Webb is the returner. December, where he knows 17 and 1. Here they run a little option, and they toss it to Carolina's first down. It's Tolbert.
Fumble.
And the ball is out in the bottom of the 2nd and 8. 3rd down and 8. Here comes DeMarcus Ware after him. And the Whitaker is the running back. Gets the handle. Tries to go over. 2nd and 9. He set it up to Philly Brown. Denver has sacked Newton on the last 2 3rd down occasions. 3rd and 4. And J.J. Jansen snaps it back. Norwood back deep for Denver. Arm in the air. And secures it at the 12. Play action. Manning from the 5. Hits it into the arm of the 20. It's Anderson. 3rd and 3, and here they come. It's Keith. Pick sixes in both games. The first in NFL history, postseason history, to have back-to-back games with interception returns for touchdowns. And here's the return try with a flag out. And here, the 50 number pops up again in this game. This was a little shaky in 11. Last minute, quarter number 1. Time for Newton to throw, and he's got Philly Brown on the sideline. A total of 9 yards before that one that went for the big game. This 2nd and 11, 2nd quarter begins, and Cam is taken off. He's got it. Here's a 1st and 15. Time for Newton this time. Rolling out.
These wide receivers down the field.
That went for 12. It's a 2nd and 3. And Stewart, 3rd and 1. An unbalanced line for Carolina. He's going to swing it back the other side, and he's got Greg Olsen. The drive that began back at the Carolina 27. Cam has Billy Brown, and he's first and goal. It's Stewart. And in to do on a regular basis. Gano's extra point is good. And they're kicking from the 40 because of the Toledo offside penalty. And that bounces through the back of the end zone. Manning switches things up at the line of scrimmage. And he's tripped up. He's down. Was he touchdown? Now the ball squirts out of his hands. Off a little bit. Gives him 7-yard separation. Thomas has not been targeted so far. And almost intercepted. Underneath, ball in the air, incomplete. Is the long snapper. Sends it back. And Colquitt didn't catch this one. It hits right at the 50. That's Stewart.
And in January by the NFL, Jim.
It's a pass again, and he's looking to throw it himself. But it breaks down, and 3rd and 12. Trying to get to Cam. Portman had bodies around him. He hits the deck, no flag. And Norwood, he is not tackled yet. Gets past Dixon. Gets to the 50. He's running down the sideline. And it's tackled from behind.
Hustling down the field and making that tackle to save the touchdown.
Sets up the Broncos at the 14. Manning in the pocket. Dumps it 2nd and 3. Inside the 7. It's Anderson. Jump cut, and down he goes. 1 yard. Give it to C.J. Anderson, and he's tackled. Gonna run it. Anderson. He fights for it on 2nd effort, and there's a flag. He'll get the line. McManus good again.
Their offensive line, and of course, Carolina's got to look up and go. All the mistakes we made were only down.
Incomplete. Carries it out. The fake and the heat.
And get a personal foul himself.
From the 49, it's Tolbert. And he fumbles, and Trevathan is there with the by Trevathan. Carolina -2 now in turnovers in this game after leading the league in margin all season long. That's off the field, 2nd and 10. And Anderson able to break away into the secondary. Breaks another tackle.
A powerful runner. Broke that tackle, big game.
And the 1st down carry, that's Hillman, 2nd and 7. And right away, they're on him. Latulele from the gun. Manning. Almost, yes he is. He's picked off. What a catch by Ely, who's still on his feet. And look at Ely. Season passes. Cam in trouble. Assistant coach of the year in the league, along with Hugh Jackson, who went on to become, after the season ended at Cincinnati, with Cleveland head coach. It's Whitaker down. It's 3rd and 10. He guns it. Norwood launches this one back.
That last throw was probably his first bad decision with the football when it's in his hands.
He's got Thomas for the first time. Thomas, 2nd and 2. Short variety as we approach the 2-minute mark, 2nd quarter, and a 3rd and 2. Thomas. Colquitt. This earns a fair catch from Ginn. Cam. 25 to go in the half. And Newton's pass. Here's a 3rd and 12. Down the field and pulled down.
All the way to that point.
The rookie receiver from Michigan gives them the longest play of the game. And it's off the finger. Panthers with 1 timeout from the 41.
Should have called the timeout to save the time.
Newton will keep it. He'll just drive it. With pressure. Able to break away from Miller and get the 2nd and 10. And and that will
Team's
close out
really
that.
happy for the extra time to rest at halftime. They needed it.
Here's the kick to Whitaker. 12 first downs in the first half versus only 4 for Denver, but trail it by 6. Contact right away at the line of scrimmage, and they push back. Jonathan Stewart will be no
Speed of Denver's defense. Overwhelming Cam Newton.
Here's 2nd and 10, and down the middle, he's got Ginn, who's got speed. And push him out of bounds and winning Super Bowl 47. 2 tight ends in for Newton. And out of traffic, but then there's Ware waiting for
running back in there to help this offensive line out.
And they threaten end around instead to give it to Whitaker. And he's able to get a quick burst. Tolbert for 1. 2nd and 9. Snap complete in the NFC title game against Arizona. Not just catching the football. Newton, he's got Broncos on him right away by 7 points or less, an all-time record. 2nd and 11. And Cam loads it up, and he's got the from the 26. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Now Gano. His kick. Oh, it hits the upright. Manning. He has Sanders to the 31 minutes. 2nd and 8. Again, it's Sanders. Zigging and zagging and inside the 20 to the on that play. 1st and 5. It's Anderson. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage. In the pocket. Back in the end zone. He's gotten down here on this drive. Manning throws it his way, and it's batted in the bounce. And he remains perfect in the postseason. At the end of it all, they've got over 100 commemorative balls that were in play in Super Bowl 50. So, looking for the deep ball. Way down the field, and it is pulled down the head. Coming over again. He steps back. And look at him get away. Reverse course.
Look some of the throws he can make.
Got 200 yards passing right on the number. 2nd and 6. Cutting outside, Stewart. And really, that's the play action. Here they come. Newton got it away, and down the middle, and it is intercepted by T.J. Ward. Went through the hands again, and he fumbles it. Picked up by hand off to Anderson. He's going to give him some room, and he's still on his feet. And look at him move the ball.
Runners has helped him that time he needed that arm, couldn't use it.
It's pressure on Manning, and it's Ely who gets to 3rd and 17. They're going to go to the ground with Hillman. Risk anything. Colquitt stands at the 2. Ginn's going to have a chance to return it from the 30. Able to sidestep the first hit. A flag is down. Clete Blakeman corrected himself. That penalty was on Boston. That backs him to the 19, and that's exactly where they meet. Jonathan Stewart for no 2nd and 10. Open. It's Ginn.
The field far outweighs the drops.
Got the snap off just in time, and they're on him. But Newton's able to get free, and that is season long. And you're seeing why tonight, as this is whistled on Carolina. Backs him to the 25. And a completion out to the 32. Here comes the pressure. Nowhere to go.
The offensive line, and it still didn't work.
It's more coming over the field with a fair catch.
To be very smart with the football.
Anderson. Never get there. That close to the perfect send-off. Here's a 2nd and 10 completion. And it's 5th penalty of the half when Carolina, none so far against Denver this half. Ball comes out of the hands of to Anderson. Provided a spark. 3rd and 14. Ball's out of his hand. And it's recovered. By the way, Ely just got his 3rd sack of the game. As Newton finds an open man.
Oh, by Cam Newton.
From the Denver 34. It's Stewart off the left side, and ball at the 22. And Stewart again. NFL officiating legend Jim Tunney. 2nd and 7, and here is Tolbert for a 3rd and 10. Got the time, and the kick is good. A lot of fire and that speed from Thomas Davis. Coming up the field, it is Caldwell. It's past the first couple of Panthers. First down, good throw. Anderson, and he's tackled by Charles. He was trying to get a running start. Missed on their last 10 third down attempts. And it's not. 5th time tonight. 3 plays and a punt.
Just think of all the talent and the speed.
From Stewart. 2nd and 15. They seal it this time. Ball's deflected. 3rd and 15. Now past the halfway point. Fair catch signal here, and it's made from the 25. The handoff. That Carolina defensive front. That's Anderson again putting up a fight. They wrote it all regular season as well. A lot of hang time with this one. To the ground. To Tolbert, and he's able.
Surprised it didn't work.
2nd and 9, and Newton's pass wide of the rushing 4. Ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground, and it's still on the ground. Picked up by T.J. Ward at the 4-yard line. From the 4. Anderson trying to break outside, but that swarming defense is a 6. To Anderson. He's churning down to 3rd and goal. He's going to go up top, and he's going to throw it through the back of the end zone, and not DPI, defensive pass interference. 1st and goal. And Anderson trying to back in, and 2-point conversion coming up. The drive from a couple out from the gun. Hits the pass.
To Denver team was all about offense. 2 years later, it's all about the defense.
Steps up away from Ware. And
all the opportunities Denver's defense has created.
And it's Jackson. And then Ware. 3rd and 24. In the end zone. Gets away for a moment from Miller and now lobs it out.
Ron Rivera says this gives me a better chance than thinking we're going to get it on 4th and 24.
Well, there's no one back there. Even Swan, you saw him back there. 1:57 to go. Panthers can only stop it twice. Anderson not going to go out of bounds. 2 Super Bowl titles.
John Elway,
James. February 1. Here we go. Anderson.
They got pretty evidence in the play.
Given the spark, if they lost that game, they would have entered the playoffs as a 5 seed instead of a 1. And it's lateral by Andre over.
Of course, the game's not over yet, but I'll just say this. How about week 17, halftime, Gary Kubiak wags his finger at Peyton Manning. Peyton's going, oh, he wants to know something about coverage, or he goes, are you ready? Peyton said yes.
Got to give Kubiak credit how decisive he was on that day.
Great example of it.
Newton over the top. Whitaker.
And get their best of their ability out of